I have 20 DVDs and 6 Blu-rays for this update. The first 3 DVDs are the ones I got from Renaissance a few days ago. Actually, yesterday I think I got these. Calling us Saban Entertainment and Toei Company. And of course, recipes to Jason David Frank, who passed away back in 2023. The case is from 2011, but the disc inside, I think, is the original DVD release from 2003. I hear this movie got mostly negative reviews, but I figure I'd go ahead and check this out to see what my thoughts on it are. And this is currently the most recent film to be directed by John McTiernan, as after this movie came out, he was charged with illegally wiretapping, and he served a year in prison in 2013 in connection with that thing. Columbia Pictures movie, Columbia Phoenix Pictures and Intermedia, not only US but Germany. And this movie was also a box office bomb. And John McTiernan has not directed a film since this movie, as he also would later go personally bankrupt himself. Pretty sad, but honestly, kind of deserved it. I hear this movie is like Basic. I heard that this movie is supposed to be terrible, but this DVD's out of print, so I figure I'd go ahead and get this and also check it out and see what my thoughts on it are. TriStar Pictures movie. This one's on a flipper disc. Side A is the widescreen side, while side B is the full screen side. The first Three Ninjas movie was released by Touchstone Pictures, while this and another Three Ninjas film were both released by TriStar. No idea why they changed distributors. And now onto the DVDs I got from the library, which these first couple are brand new releases. Saw this movie in theaters back in 2023. I do know some people didn't like this movie, but I thought it was alright. Call Me a Blinding Edge Pictures. This is the first movie with the 2023 Warner Bros. Logo with the official fanfare. This DVD's from Studio Distribution Services. Same with the next few. Okay, well, the one after this one. A movie I do want to check out. This is, of course, the biographical film about the early days of Donald Trump, who is the current U.S. president. And I'm not going to get any political in this video, but I'm pretty sure we all know how we feel about the current president at the moment. Not only US, but Canada, Denmark, and Ireland, according to IMDb. Brighter Cliff Entertainment movie, who also released it on DVD in the US. In Canada, this was released by Mongrel. And I do know that Donald Trump's lawyers attempted to block the release of this movie from happening, as they sent a cease and desist to the producers, which is basically the reason why this movie took a long time to find a distributor. So yeah, this is très en plus pour erotisme et langage vulgaire in 14A. This one's a brand new title from earlier this year. This is a movie I do want to check out. Not only US, but the UK and Canada. Universal DVD distributed by Studio Distribution Services. There is a sequel to this called Wicked for Good, which is coming out in December, I believe. This movie was nominated for, like, I think 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and this lost to Anora. Although this did win for Best Costume Design. I did borrow the first Smile movie, and I did the opening to that one, I believe. This one's the sequel, obviously. Coming to Temple Hill Entertainment. This one's 13 ans et plus pour violence et horreur and 18A. The first one was rated 14A. The fourth movie in the Bridget Jones series. Universal movie Call Me the Studio Canal, Miramax, and working title. Not on the US, but the UK and France, I believe. Just like Wicked, Universal DVD distributed through studio distribution services. And I believe that this movie premiered on Peacock in the US. And did not come out in theaters. Saw this movie in theaters along with Trap. This was a fucking terrible movie. Absolutely terrible movie right here. Amazon MGM Studios movie Call Me with $7 Productions and was released on DVD by Warner Brothers Home Entertainment through studio distribution services, of course. This is another movie that I'm pretty sure is also supposed to be pretty terrible. Brian R. Cliff Entertainment movie, released on DVD by Universal, again, through studio distribution services. Not on the US, but the UK and India. And this movie does feature music by Mustard, who, if you don't know, is the guy that produces some of Kendrick Lamar's music. Blue Underground DVD. I believe this is now the third Blue Underground DVD I have, or third Blue Underground DVD I've borrowed. The other two, I believe, were Suspiria and Inferno. Avco Embassy Pictures movie, released on DVD by Blue Underground. This one's rated 13 ans et plus pour horreur on the MCC website. Doesn't say the Canadian rating for this movie, but I'm gonna assume this is 18A or R in Canada. So this is the 4K restoration, but this is the DVD, which doesn't have very good quality, unlike a 4K disc. Picture House movie, released on DVD by Universal. I believe this is one of the last Universal DVDs before studio distribution services became a thing for them. And Picture House, of course, was a division of Time Warner before being spun off into an independent company. Saw this in theaters back in 2023, back in September of 2023. This was a good movie. And I have seen the first Beetlejuice. That's also a good movie as well. Call Me with the Geffen Company and Plan B Entertainment, surprisingly enough. Which Brad Pitt is an executive producer on this movie. The first one's G in Quebec and PG in Canada. This one's G de conseiller en jeunes enfants and 14A. Et ensuite par l'écran, this was rated 8 ans et plus pour violence. These next two are Kino Lorber Studio Classics DVDs. (1968) Universal movie. Actually, give me a second here. There we go. (1972) French movie, now owned by Studio Canal. One of the free Criterion-related physical media I have in this update. Spy number 917. Columbia Pictures movie from 1937, renewed in 1965. This movie does star Nicolas Cage and Kelsey Grammer from Frasier, so I figure I'd go ahead and give this a try. Screen Media movie coming to Saturn Films, which Screen Media is now currently shut down. Case for this one's damaged, but the disc should still play fine. My first Artoscope Laboratories DVD that I've ever borrowed. Spy number 52. Artoscope Laboratories movie coming out Renovo Media Group and Good Country Pictures. And this movie is directed by Ethan Hawke, which is pretty cool, who also wrote and produced it. And this movie stars Maya Hawke, which is his daughter in real life. The discs for Artoscope Laboratory releases are just the company's logo with the title of the movie on it, which is kind of odd. The disc for disc 2, I have a feeling has a bit of disc rot on it, as you can see right there. Disc 1 is fine, though. So I could do the opening to this DVD after all. Rest in peace, Maggie Smith, who passed away in 2025, I believe. This year, or I think it was last year. No, it was this year. BBC Video DVD distributed by Warner Home Video. Case for this one's also not in the greatest condition, since the disc holder on this doesn't hold on to it properly. And now on to the last DVD, which is a 5-film set, which has all the Dirty Harry movies on it. I do have Dirty Harry and Magnum Force on Blu-ray and DVD separately, with the Blu-ray of Dirty Harry being the out-of-print Digibook Blu-ray. I mainly borrowed this set to do the openings to The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Deadpool. And The Deadpool was an early film role for both Liam Neeson and Jim Carrey, which this was, I believe, Jim Carrey's first ever film appearance. Now, the discs for Dirty Harry, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and Deadpool are on 2 separate discs, which is something that I am not a fan of. But the disc for Magnum Force is its own separate disc from 2001. And now into the 6 Blu-rays. This first one's a brand new release from earlier this year. I think we all know how we feel about this movie. But I'm not going to get, just like The Apprentice, I'm not going to bother going into anything other than the fact that the lead actor is a whack job of a person. I'm talking about Rachel Zegler, of course. Still borrowed it just to do the opening. I think this movie's fucking terrible. I have the first Super Troopers movie on DVD in a double feature with Reno 911 Miami. Fox Searchlight Pictures movie Call Me a Catalan Films and Broken Lizard. I believe this is one of the last Fox Searchlight movies to use the regular logo before they changed it to the 25 years logo, as the studio would later turn 25 a year after. Paul Thomas Anderson movie, which his next movie, One Battle After Another, comes out soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to go see that or not. The Warner Brothers logo on this DVD, or Blu-ray actually, I should say, looks a little different and kind of odd. Call it IAC Films. And this surprisingly does have reversible artwork. And on to the 3 Blu-rays that I own. This first one I got at the same Renaissance Donation Center as I got the DVDs of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, Basic, and Free Ninjas Kickback. This one I actually got for free, apparently, for some reason. This contains both the unrated and theatrical cuts of the movie, which I think the unrated version is the black and white cut of the movie. Universal movie Coleman Relativity Media and Stuber Pictures. This one's 13 ans et plus pour violence et horreur and 18A. Bizarrely enough, this insert was actually inside the case, like inside of this, which is really weird. These last 2 are Criterion Blu-rays, and these are the first Criterion Blu-rays I have in my collection. Spine number 691. These were both $20, which is a really good deal. 1981 MGM movie, excuse me. This is back when Criterion did DVD and Blu-ray combo packs. Nowadays, they only just have Blu-rays in the cases. I'm going to quickly go through the booklet here. As well as showing the inside artwork. This is a movie that I do want to check out. And now for the last Blu-ray. Rest in peace to David Lynch, who passed away back in January of this year. Spine number is 977. The Lourdes Entertainment Group movie from 1986. This one's 13 ans et plus pour violence et langage vulgaire and R in Canada. This front booklet's actually the film's theatrical poster. I'm going to quickly go through this book too. And this is a movie that I really want to check out. And from what I've heard, this movie was actually originally banned in the province of New Brunswick for some reason. It's kind of weird.